Hey guys, and welcome back to Midtown, USA. It is still day 6 of mid-spring, and the rain has stopped, so we're going to see if we can't go ahead and get started with our seeding. Before we do that, I want to show you what we did off camera. During the rain, I called up the vehicle dealer in town and told him that we really didn't need two semi trucks, and told him about some of the issues we had with respect to our belly dump trailer and some of the area businesses that were taking our product. So he told me that he had an old straight truck, um, farm truck that was just like the semi that we had, except it was had a bed on the back. And we went ahead and traded it in, our yellow semi, our yellow international semi, for this truck right here. This truck will do very nice for bringing grain out of the field. We have a rear hitch, so we could hook up our gravity wagons to basically get triple the capacity. This is a nice cover and a nice wood deck to our dump. So we're going to look forward to using this in the future to make our sales at the at various sell points where maybe can't bring the bigger belly dump trailer in. We still have the yellow road train dump trailer for things like compost and other high capacity jobs. But we only needed one semi, so now we have the POW semi, the Kenworth, and then the international dump truck there. Where is our seeder? There's our seeder. So it's up to Big Bud. We use our Big Bud to pull our seeder. No, it's over here. And it looks like we're going to need to fill it up with seed before we get started. Let's go to our forecast. We were just checking out and seeing what the weather was going to look like. And we talked about putting canola in the field, right? Our lid's already open. It's seed. This is the last one. So we're not close enough. There we go. Close up our lid. And let's head on up to the field. Like I said, we're going to put canola in the upper field. We had canola up there last year. Sure what we're gonna, well, I think we'll put, no. I keep bouncing back between ideas of what we're gonna do as far as our planting schedule. You know, I think last year we put a bunch of wheat and barley in, and then rotated that crop out for soybeans. That posed a rather busy midsummer, if I remember correctly. Not sure if we really want to do that all over again. And we have a whole boatload of soybeans in our grain bin. We got 370,000 liters of them. They're going to bring us a really, really good profit, probably in late summer or so when they are at their price prime. And I don't know what we want to do. So, still kind of debating everything. Probably should have brought this up the road and around the bend, but at any rate, we made it. All right. Here the fields is still a little moist as a result of the rain, but we should be okay, I hope. Trying to get lined up here. And now that we think we have a pretty good line, let's do this. And let's block our lane. So, one thing that's, multi-terrain angle is really nice on fields because when you make turns and everything, your lines here, your rows, and your plow marks, and even your cultivation marks, all kind of have a nice arc to them and turn to them. But the downside is that if you're just a few degrees off on setting up a course for like GPS or for even your hired helper, your in-game hired helper, if you're not quite lined up quite right and you hire that guy off, he's going to kind of work at a slight angle and it's going to look kind of funny. Whereas with regular fields don't have multi-terrain angle in, you really have like six angles. You have your north, south, east, west, and then you have your northwest, obviously south, east, northeast, southwest angles. So if you're just a little bit off, it really doesn't matter because there's such a big variance in the degrees. I'd really like to buy this field, big old field right here, but this thing is like $1 million, I think. You just don't have that money in the bank. That's for sure. Be up here planting as the sun goes down. I'll have a nice view. Looking the train past there, the two tunnels. Sure, if we're lucky, we'll hear one come by. Hey guys, let me know. Are you playing Midtown? Midtown's been out for a while now. Let me know if you're playing it. I know it was a very, very heavily anticipated map when I was playing it in early access, and there was lots of folks that were wanting it to come out. Lots of folks that were wanting to play it. So now that it's out, I'm curious: are you guys playing on Midtown, or have you moved off to another map? Maybe you've moved off to Oakfield. That one just came out recently. Maybe you've moved off to other maps like Crawford Farms, the West Coast. Kind of What kind of maps are you all playing as of late? If you're still playing this map, let me know. Are you playing it with seasons or without? And if you are playing with seasons, what's the season length? How many game years have you managed to work through? Have a hard turn here. See, there's your multi-terrain angle at work. Curve there in the pattern, in the rows. Now they then straighten out. In regular, it would have been probably like this degree and straight. So I noticed the other day, down here it's kind of hard to see, and I don't have my head tracking on to zoom in, but there's a full, half, and low light, and it's for fuel. And I noticed the other day when I was thinking about using the big bud to cultivate, that the half light was on. And I looked over at my fuel gauge, and I was like, oh, indeed, we've got about a half a tank. So I'm interested in watching that as we work through our planting. I plan on using the big bud to do all of our planting. Got plenty of time on there before it needs its next maintenance cycle. And I'm interested to see it drop to the low light, and then when we fill it up, to see if the full light comes on. That's a detail in the tractor that I hadn't noticed in the past using it. The detail on the inside is really nice. You can really, with head tracking, you can really zoom in and see lots of the details on the gauges and whatnot. There we got that sunset we talked about. And light up the field here. We've seen the sunset a fair bit on Midtown through our various videos, and I like to show it off because I think it's absolutely gorgeous to look at. Let's hide our HUD here. If I knew how to get rid of the glance stuff, I would get rid of that too, just so we could get rid of the sign. There we go. That. Zoom in here. Grab a screenshot while we are planting. Oh, it's because the HUD's hidden. There we go. I don't know if we'll get this done or if we will have to continue on tomorrow. Let's see how dark it gets. Now, I'm gonna try the turn we did earlier. That seemed to be pretty hard on the tractor. Yeah, it's because we've got this incline to deal with. I think what might be best is if we go ahead and drive on up to the other end of the field and work our way downhill so that we're turning down opposed to uphill. 2, 3, 4, 5 and apart, right? 5 and apart. Let's loop on in here. So we got 5 and apart. So we basically have 6 passes on the field here. Sun is almost down. We'll be planting into the evening, that is for sure. Like I said, I think what we'll do is we're going to put canola in field 12. And I think we'll put canola in field 7 also. Then I think we will put sunflowers in field 11. We've said that. We said we put sunflowers in field 11. And I really think we have enough wheat and barley planted. So we'll put we could leave field 8 and 16 for corn, and put corn in 15 maybe. So 8, 16 and 15 in corn. And then that will let us flip fields 17, 14, and 2 for soybeans. And then we'll put poplar back in field 5 once we get the wheat off of that. Sounds like a decent plan. Now let's see if I can remember as we work through our planting. I thought about replacing this cedar with one from maybe the aggravation pack, the horse pack, or maybe a John Deere cedar from the UMRV series that we're doing, or maybe some other decent sized cedar. But then I thought, well, it came with the map. I didn't have to pay for it. So why really get rid of it and just purchase another one? So I guess we're just going to use this one for the duration of the series. I think it looks good behind the big bud. What do you all think? Last year there was a suggestion to put to get the 747 with triples, but I think the 450 looks nice. I don't think we need the big boy. Appear on the map. We'll maybe use that one another day. For another map. So while we're planning, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the guys in the Three Dudes Media Network. I've talked from time to time about wanting you all to check out the folks in the description. Oh, whoa, stop. But never really talked about them before, I guess. So hopefully I won't annoy anybody by trying to describe what they're doing. And I'll probably end up miss somebody. Probably end up making somebody upset because I forgot them, but I don't have a list handy in front of me. But we got Eustace Pharmer. He's I guess the founder dude, if you will. I'm sure all of you that are watching my videos have probably seen Eustace's videos. If you haven't though, check him out because he does. It's there are many episodes of. They're mini dramas, if you will. They always have a storyline. They always have a plot. I've commented many a time that that his videos are often better than what's on primetime TV. You know, so go give him a check out if you haven't seen his stuff. Then we've got Grizzly Bear Sims. He's I guess a co-founder dude, and he does really good videos. Right now he's doing 3 series. He's doing a series on Midtown. He's doing a series on Tazewell County, and he's doing a series on Thornton Farm. So he's got 2 American style series and a British style series. He kind of bounces between roleplay and just general what's going on type discussion. It's all good. He happens to be playing on the Tazewell County that he's playing on happens to be currently a unreleased version 2 of that map. So it's also a great way to check out the map. It's not quite been released yet. Then we've got me, of course. Say I'm one of the other admins, other of the 3 dudes. We won't really go into my details. We've got DoughBoy. DoughBoy and some numbers. I honestly forget the numbers. They probably have some significance to him, but they don't really have any significance to me. So I always forget what they are. But his link to his channel is in my description. He's got a really cool series that he was doing with one of his buddies called Rubber Burner, where he was doing a multiplayer roleplay series on County Line. That series it's not really ended, but it is being transitioned. The concept of a multiplayer roleplay is being transitioned to a different map. So they're going to reboot that here shortly, but that was always a really cool series because the way they work it is they both record their own side of the episode, and they release the episodes a little staggered, but usually the same week. So you basically get the same story between the 2 sides, but they're doing different things on the map. They're often in totally different sections of the map doing their own little thing, and it all ties together. It's all pretty good. So check him out. He also is doing he's got several maps that he does live stream plays on. He helps me out on UMRV from time to time. The biggest struggle he has right now is his work schedule. Really doesn't permit him to have regular content out there, so that can really hurt him as far as his subscriber base and everything. But go check him out and hit subscribe if you want to check out that. Go check out his County Line series, and if you like that series, you like that concept, go ahead and subscribe to him, so that when they reboot that, you'll start getting notifications of the new series. Then we got Duck Zorly. He's kind of the oddball, if you will. He does some series. He loves his Stevie maps. So if it's a Stevie map, he's definitely playing it. So I think he's got like 5 video series he's got running on right now. He's got a 24-hour or 24-day play on maybe Snetterton. It's a Stevie map that I think starts with an S. He's doing a Let's Play on Beaver Creek, another Stevie map. He's doing a Let's Play on not really a Let's Play, but he's got 2 series running with a map that's by forget the guy's name right now, but I pegged him for playing those maps because they are based on the Stevie starter map. So they've got all the Stevie industry in them, and things like that. So I kind of pegged that he would be really gung-ho on those maps because they were kind of like Stevie maps. And guess what? He is. Then he's also doing a series on the Valley of the Old Farm, where he's using older, smaller equipment that's not really typical his style. And he's got this crazy, whacked out idea to do a series on the 16X map. I don't even remember the name of it. It's the Australian-based 16X map. And I think that's completely insane because it's going to take you like a week to harvest one field because of the field sizes on that thing. Go check him out. He also does really good mod reviews. He started as of late doing giving a little bit of background on the company as he's doing the mod review. So that's a really cool touch. Gives you a little background as to where the company came from, maybe why they build the things they build, and things like that. You've got a new guy into the in the Three Dudes neck of the woods. It's Simulation of the Nation for the Nation. Let me check real quick. It is Simulation for the Nation. He was just added to the Three Dudes network just last week actually, and he has some really interesting stuff. Right now he's doing something on Oakfield. He's also doing something on, I think, the West Coast. And he's doing some interesting kind of video blogs, video biographies, if you will, of some YouTubers and some farm sim folks in general. Like, for example, he's got a fairly long video interview, multiplayer kind of play thing going on with Dusty Dave, the author of Pemberton Deluxe. And Pemberton Deluxe has been submitted to the Mod Hub. He's also the author of Dusty Cove and a couple other maps. I don't want to try to list them all because I will probably forget them again. He's got a video out there for Eustace Pharmer. He's got a video out there for Mark DuPont. So keep an eye out for that guy. He's got lots of cool ideas, lots of cool things going on. That kind of summarizes it. I'm probably sure I missed somebody, but that's the way things work. Well, I guess you have Dusty Dave himself. He's kind of a part of the Three Dudes, which is pretty cool. So, like I said, he's got some maps out there. He's kind of a fairly well-known map maker in the world. I think he was. I wasn't involved in Farm Sim 15, but I think he made a fair number of Farm Sim 15 maps. So that's got him there. So, like I said, go check those guys out. They all deserve a look, and they all deserve a good sub if you like their content. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing down and turn in for the evening. And when we come back, we will probably be planting some more fields. Till next time, happy farming.